This is so funny. I was listening to one of your conversations recently with someone else on the show. And when you asked this question, I made me ask myself. And I thought about it and I tested some ideas on myself, like, oh, would you have done this? And, I don't know if I would have done anything differently. Of course, having done musical theater for 4.5 years, it put me a little bit behind in terms of not age range, but number of years out of school where you are, whether you're a rep or a manager or things like that. And then taking because I have had no experience working at a smaller company instead of going straight into kind of a bigger company. And so I look at my career and I compare it to people at my company and mine is so different. And there are things that I did not learn early on that I can see shaped other people. But there are things that in musical theater that shaped me in ways that are so valuable. And then in terms of starting out, on the sales side, I learned a lot of lessons the hard way by just doing it, just getting at bats, just going to town on prospecting and doing the full sales cycle. And I think that some of the lessons that I had to learn were, the whole concept of working as a team. That has been a huge involvement in my career. When you're in musical theater, it's the ultimate lone wolf. And I have learned to break those habits in order to transition into this team mentality because I see the benefits and I see that that's where I want to go. And so it's really hard for me to say what would I have done differently. And I think the only thing I would say is when I made the career transition into sales, I wish I would have known about all of the sales resources that were out there, even at that time, which was 6 years ago. And like spin selling and challenger sale and all these different books, fanatical prospecting, and I just didn't know about them. And so I think I would say, read sales books, listen to sales podcasts, try to find other people because I was very limited in the type of information I could consume and therefore limited in my growth because I wasn't exposed to what is out there to improve upon, essentially.